This video was sponsored by Kershaw Knives, creating high-quality, high-performance, exceptional working tools and knives that users are proud to carry. Use discount code ARCHERY20 for 20% off at KershawKnives.com. Hey Archery Talk, this is Lucas, and today is bow setup day, and this time we have got the Elite Verdict. And let me tell you, I have had an adventure with this bow. It actually arrived at my house maybe more than a month ago now, but the folks with the big brown truck did not treat it kindly, to say the absolute least. It looked like something fell very hard in the middle of the box. So the middle of the box was all damaged. The side had a big chunk taken right out of it. So who knows what happened? I'm guessing some accident in the truck. But when I took this out of the box, the top cam was derailed. I have never seen that in all my years of testing bows. I have never seen one come from the truck not on the cam properly. So I went ahead and set it up right away, and I got it shooting, but I couldn't get this thing tuned right. I was having all sorts of trouble with it. I was very worried something maybe happened to the bow when that derailing happened. Maybe the riser got bent or something like that. So I let Elite know about it, and they asked me to send it back right away, and then they sent me this one, just got here, and I set it up again tonight, and so much easier. But before we get into all that tuning process, let's look at the specs. This bow has an axle to axle length of 37 3/4 inches, a very generous brace height of 7 1/8 inches, and an IBO rated speed of, I believe, 332 feet per second. I've not tested speed on this. I won't be using this in any real format that I'm going to need a lot of speed. Planning on shooting this mostly at 50 meters and maybe a little bit of field archery. I might swap out the blade rest and shoot this for 3D. Who knows? I got all sorts of plans. Let me know what you'd like me to do with this bow, and I'll try to get that done. Let's talk about setup. I have got a lot of my old school products on this bow that I've had for a long time. I've had so many of my target archery components for years, and this is no exception. Let's start with this Bright Sight arrow rest. I've had that for a number of years ago. I got that right from the Bright Sight folks one year when I went to Lancaster. I've got a Sherlock Phoenix sight on here. This thing has not been made in a very long time. I bought this used off the ArcheryTalk classifieds, at least 6 years ago. It has got a specialty archery scope and lens on there. I think I've got a 6 power in here and a specialty archery peep with a clarifier there as well. All of these things, again, I've had for years, and they work great. That's there's a saying, and especially with target archery for me, is buy once, cry once. You buy good stuff, you don't have to worry about it for hopefully 10 years or more. And so far, all the stuff is holding up. I've had it for a long time. It's working out great. Let's look at the tuning process of this bow. And as I mentioned off the top, so much easier to tune. I have this bow, the arrow is kind of running straight through the burger hole. Actually, the bottom of the arrow is kind of running through the middle of the burger hole, and it's running dead level. I've got it set up at right at, the middle of the arrow is 13/16 of an inch from the riser, so pretty much how you'd want that set from the factory. And I did play with the step technology to move the cams over just a hair to fix up a small tear I had. Right out of the box, I had maybe like a 1/2 inch tear, and then just messed with the step technology until I got it right. And that took me, half a dozen shots. Then I started shooting nice through paper. And then that's not the end of my tuning process. It's just how I kind of get started before I kind of build a sight tape and go through the process. And then I'll start kind of shooting at 50 meters or so and really kind of fine tuning where the tune is. But I just kind of shoot through paper to get myself started. It's not a super important thing to get a bullet hole through there. It's just a little fun way to start for me. And this one was a pleasant surprise. I quite like the grip on this bow. I'm a big proponent of a simple grip. I like a flat, and I like a metal grip just like this. It's exactly what I want. It narrows up, it tapers up towards the top a little bit, exactly how I want to have that in my hand. Fits perfectly. I've got the draw length on this one set to 30 inches on the module, and I think with the let off it's about 70%. That combination has actually made the draw length about 30 1/4, somewhere between 1/4 and 1/8 of an inch. And I may end up bringing that in. The Stratos have actually brought my draw length into just a hair over 29.5 inches, and so I might do the same thing with this bow depending how I'm feeling long term. But for the first run of shooting tonight, I don't feel the need to change it just yet. It's going quite well. The bow holds on target great, and this axle length is right in my wheelhouse for target bows. It's 37 3/4, so that 38-inch bow range is kind of always been my sweet spot. And sometimes the 40-inch bows maybe feel a little bit too much for me, which doesn't really make sense because I'm a tallish guy. I'm 6'2", and I got a 30-inch draw length. So you'd think I would like a longer bow, but that 38, maybe even 39-inch seems to be my sweet spot. So this bow is right where I think has great chance to thrive for me personally. Your mileage is obviously going to vary greatly. The draw cycle on this thing is lovely. I mean, if you've ever shot Elite bows, if anything, they're known for nice smooth draw cycles. This is no exception. It's got plenty of adjustability. Again, here, if you want a little bit more holding weight, you could adjust this this draw stop in and out. It's a snap. It's kind of almost on. It's on gears, so make very precise adjustments in and out on that. It's a great system, and as I mentioned, the set technology is a fantastic way to tune a bow. Again, you don't need a bow press. Once you get your peep in, and you really don't need to put this thing in a bow press again. It's got everything you need with the set technology to make all the changes you're going to need to your tuning right there. ArcheryTalk, I think that's about all I've got for you. I'm going to be doing some head-to-heads with this in the Hoyt Stratos. I'm hoping to get one more target bow in this year, hopefully the new Bowtech Reckoning Gen 2. And yeah, if you got some ideas for what I can do with those 3 bows, let me know in the comments, and I'll try to get to as much as I can. I want to make as many videos as I can this summer and this spring, so that's the plan. Thank you so much for watching. Please do like, share, and subscribe. It helps the channel an awful lot, and we'll see you again soon.